are then, folks, out again once more, testing the old gimbal. And today's mission really is just to see, we're using an extension on the gimbal to give us a sort of a higher reach on occasions. So we're just sort of giving it a try. We'll start with a walk again with the dogs, just to see how we get on really. It never gets any easier coming up this hill. Don't think about all the years that we've been coming up this since we were kids. It still never gets any easier. In fact, it's probably getting worse. Packing more weight up here. But it's worth a view when you get there. But you see what I mean about the view. Wasn't that worth the effort? Well folks, I'm here walking the coast path again here in West Wales, and I'm reminded that I grew up in this area and I was very, very lucky to have this wonderful coastline on our doorstep. We were literally about 1.5 miles away from the beach, and my brother and I had a little 8-foot rowing boat on the beach, and every day we would walk down the path here to the beach with our paddles and our life jackets and a flask of tea. And the only rule was we'd be back before it got dark. And I'm pleased to say that we were very good, because by then we were knackered and we wanted to get home for dinner anyway. But we were that small, about that big small, we couldn't actually lift the boat. So we had to get people to give us a hand on the beach to actually lift it up and get it to the water's edge. And the view that we used to have is sometimes we'd come down there and somebody would put their towels on top of the boat to dry, you know, they've been swimming. And now that for us was an offence worthy of a penalty in helping us carry the boat down to the beach. Which is fair enough really, isn't it? Unfortunately, one of the downsides for us was that we used to come down in the morning with all our gear ready for a day, and then we get to the water's edge and there'll be a huge wave, or too big a wave for us to actually launch. Sometimes we try, get completely swamped, come back dripping wet and not go anywhere, but that was actually part of the fun. And I think perhaps to society today, that's one of the things that's been lost, you know, that spirit of adventure, going out exploring, rather than staring at a TV and hoping that's where our entertainment comes from. But like I said, we were lucky. We got no illusion about that. Now this house here, just coming up on the right hand side here, used to be owned by some friends at school, and I was always very, very envious of them. Such a big house. Only in adulthood, shall we say, what I appreciate really, it must have cost them an absolute fortune to heat. Some years ago, this particular orchard entrance here had the traditional door on it, etc. And this wall always used to seem a lot higher. Yeah, I know we were a lot smaller then, but... And I do remember apple trees used to sort of hang over the edge here, and we were really lucky. You know, the odd one or two would fall in this way. Yeah. So, as you can imagine, we were obviously not very well off. You know, we were so poor we used to go next door and ask for a piece of bread. And could they cut it with a jammy knife? I know, but seriously, in many other ways, and I know it's a real cliche, we were actually very, very lucky in that we had all this on our doorstep, and this is how our summer holidays were spent, enjoying this wonderful countryside. Now here's the blast from the past. These trees. Pretty impressive trees, aren't they? The habits of the day used to be this. Carving your initials or something like that. Now then, just coming up is another piece of heritage for us, or piece of history. Something we used to call Samson's Rock. So the tradition was, or the legend was, that Samson was a pretty big chap, and a pebble stuck in his sandal and flicked it out, And there it is. It's a pretty big chunk then. A big sample.